meeting to order at 6:30 p.m. Wednesday, July 13th, 2016. We have a quorum and the agenda was properly posted?
Yes.
Okay. Let's rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item 4 is public appearances. This is the public's opportunity to speak about any subject that is not a specific agenda item. Anybody?
I do, from
Okay.
Jerry Bradley.
Okay.
He's here for number 6.
It's number 6, so
Oh, okay, so you're on the agenda then already. Okay, then we're good. All right, discuss and consider the minutes from the Plan Commission meeting of June 8th, 2016. Any comments, corrections?
I move approval.
Okay.
Second.
Motion by Fred, second by Phyllis to approve the minutes of the June 8th meeting. Any other comments? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention?
Aye.
One abstention. Kyle? Okay. Item number 6, discuss and consider an application for approval of an ETJ certified survey map from Gerald Bradley to split 2.3 acres around an existing group of farm buildings located at 5142 Highway N in the town of Sun Prairie. Would you come up to the table, please, and just, I think that mic is on, just so we,
My voice carries pretty well.
Okay.
So,
then we're good.
yeah, hi, my name is Jerry Bradley, and I live right across the road from the property. And I bought it April 29th. My intentions are to sell the buildings. So I'm separating the buildings from the existing farmland. It's 80 acres. And just kind of a nostalgia thing, we're the longest running family farm in the town of Sun Prairie. And I have a copy of a plat map in 1899. Isaac Bradley owned that farm, that 80 acres in 1899, which is my great-grandfather. So sometime in the early 1900s, he sold that to the Renz family. And now I've had an opportunity to bring it back into the Bradley Farms. So just kind of a neat little thing for our family and stuff. So that's what my intentions are, is just sell the buildings. We're separating it from the farmland.
Okay, Aaron, any comments, questions?
It's pretty straightforward. It would be consistent with our comp plan. The right-of-way is already the adequate depth, so we don't need to add anything there. So we recommend approval as it is.
Any comments from plan members, any questions?
I would make a motion to recommend approval of the extraterritorial jurisdiction certified survey map from Gerald Bradley to split 2.3 acres around an existing group of farm buildings located at 5142 County Highway N in the town of Sun Prairie.
Okay. Is there a second? Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve Gerald Bradley's request. Any comments? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
did Fred make that second? I'm sorry. Fred.
That was Fred?
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I did
I heard
say
somebody
that.
over there, okay.
Okay.
Okay, basically this
Thank
goes
you.
to the village board and then we prove it at that level.
I'll be good Monday night. Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
thank you. All right, item number 7, presentation by Tim Olson of a concept plan for a proposed ETJ development intended to be located at 4141 Vilas Road. Hi, Tim.
Hi there.
Hi.
So we started talking about this a little bit last time. Tim was fortunately not able to be with us. We didn't have an extensive conversation on it. Tim and I have met a few times and kind of gone back and forth on some things. The layout that was in your packet is where we were at on Friday when the packets went out. We met again on Monday to address some of the issues with the plan that was in the packet. The biggest problem with the one that was in the packet, the cul-de-sacs were too long. We limit those at 500 feet in length in the village. These were considerably more than that. So you'll see in the plan that's on your table tonight, the streets make more of a loop off of Vilas Road, and then the cul-de-sacs off the loop are 500 feet. And then one thing we had talked about on Monday was maybe the block inside the loop could be a little bit higher density, maybe a senior development with duplexes or fourplexes. We were talking kind of similar to the ones across from the high school in Sun Prairie.
So we're looking at like the west side of Vilas Road here?
Correct. Across,
Okay.
across from the park.
Okay.
Right across from the rugby fields.
Oh, okay, gotcha. And fire department is okay with the street layout? I mean, that's kind of one of the considerations.
Yeah, we're kind of starting here with your feedback, and then as it, gets farther into the process.
One of the
I
things,
mean,
Tim, is we have the fire department folks look at it to see about getting equipment in there, but, I mean, if that's kind of academic, I guess, if they're okay with it. But any comments from one member? Any questions?
So are you going to utilize, Tim, some of the utilities possibly that are on Vilas Road, or?
Well, there's sewer over here, and we're gonna pick up off of that.
So part of this would come into the village and part of it would stay in the town?
Yes.
Okay, so which is which?
The ones that are marked CSM-1,
Okay.
CSM-2, CSM-3, those three are new lots.
Okay.
CSM-4 is the existing home, but that has to be put on its own lot. And those stay town.
Okay,
And then the rest of it's all village.
okay.
All the CSMs would stay in the town?
Yes. And there's only 3 new ones there, 1, 2, and 3.
Even if those came into the village, it really wouldn't change the layout, because I think we'd want those parcels to be bigger. They're on the hillside, they're in the woods.
Right.
To protect those elements, we'd want those parcels to be bigger, so. To a certain extent, it doesn't matter if they're in the town or the village. Obviously, if they're in the village, we get a little more revenue from them, but we'd also be, it's a fairly low density, and is that revenue going to pay off the maintenance of the utilities and the other services?
Right.
It may not. So this may be the best solution for everything.
I don't mind the idea of the fourplexes or whatever, it's similar to across, you're talking similar to across Sun Prairie High School
Yeah.
there. Those are really nice.
Yeah, and they stay nice.
Right, they stay nice, 53rd senior housing typically.
Right, they'd be condominium, more than likely,
Mm-hmm.
so that they'd maintain them better usually if they own them.
Mhm.
So Aaron, everything that isn't gray, will that need to be annexed into the village? That hasn't occurred at this point, right?
None of it has been at this point.
Okay.
So the yellows and oranges and greens would be annexed.
Do we have to do an annexation petition first? Is that,
He does.
Probably
Okay.
do the CSM first to create the, because you can't have a parcel that's both in the town and the village. So
Okay.
they have to create that boundary first.
How many acres is it total?
Oh, I don't know the exact answer to that.
Do you have a development right for the
Yes,
lots
yes.
in the town? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Tim, are you the developer, are you just the owner, or are you both? or-
Well, I'm kind of the developer, I'm more of a project manager, I'm also a real estate broker.
Okay, gotcha. I was-
And I have some background in this type of work.
Okay.
This is the kind of stuff I focus on.
So this is your development then?
It's Wyden's development, but I'll be pretty much spearheading most of it, yes.
Okay. Okay. I don't have a problem with it if we meet our criteria. I mean, anybody else have any questions?
So to access the CSM 1, 2, 3, and then 24, 25, 26, is that going to come right onto Vilas Road, or is there only the 2 gray roads that are going to be hitting Vilas? Is there going to be driveways coming off of those 6 spots there?
I think that it'll be 24, 25, 26 onto Vilas. Because once that's annexed into the village, we could drop its speed limit down to 25.
24 could be off the new street.
Yeah, 24 could go off the new street as well, yeah.
Okay.
And
Very good
then
idea.
there'd be one driveway that would service all 3 of those other lots, which would be right across from the driveway that goes into the parking lot for the rugby fields and the park and all that driveway. You know where that driveway is.
Yeah, I'm just kind of concerned with the
Just-
speed and the
Right.
lack of curbs and all that stuff out there, but
And then, Aaron, there would be a developer's agreement then for everything that's colored?
yes.
Okay.
Some of these lines, this is a
Yeah.
sketch, they may shift a little bit. We'll have to work with the Parks Committee and see if, do they want this park or not, or that kind of thing. There may need to be other stormwater locations, but
That pond there
As a
has a
concept.
waterfall in it, which is kind of neat.
It's already there then?
It's already there,
Okay, yeah.
but
I'm just comparing the two maps here. Is there a minimum, maximum for lot sizes in the village?
In the village, the minimum is 10,000 square feet.
And then what, is there a maximum? No? Okay. The number 10, I just thought looked a little tight in there, the way that's currently configured.
Yeah, when they start drawing it up to scale, some of these may
Yeah.
shift around.
All right.
They've got a copy of the subdivision ordinance, so they know what they need to do.
Yeah. This is the first stop,
Yep.
Okay.
so the details aren't, worked out.
Tim's been in here for a lot of years, year after year after year, when we only did our comprehensive update once a year. And I always thought it kind of squared the village off, and it's kind of, there's natural wetland boundaries beyond it. So I always thought it would be a good fit. I like the idea, the town gets a few lots, we get some lots. Should be a win-win, so.
For this particular piece of property, however this shakes out, this is close, that will be it. There won't be any further development on it. You just can't do it. There's just too many. If you get up behind the house, existing house, and up higher behind these other lots, 22 and 23, the hill's way too steep.
Okay.
And then you've got that wetland that you can see on there.
So you've got a setback on your lots for that wetland, yeah. All right. Any other comments? Otherwise, so the next step then is to bring it,
We're just looking for some input at this point, and he'll move forward from there, and eventually it'll be a plat that will come in.
so you'll need to bring a specific plan back here then, is that?
Yeah, there's a few steps. It'll be, we'll do the ETJ review of the CSM, for the town lots.
Okay.
That'll create the boundary that he can use for the annexation. That'll have to get approved. It would have to be an urban service area
Yep.
amendment to bring this area in.
Carp seed.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the plat, so. We'll see this again.
Yeah, and there'll have to be a wetland delineation, and there'll have to be an engineering firm hired to
Right.
lay everything out.
What is it, you presented this to the town already or not?
They're aware of it, but I haven't given them this yet.
Okay.
I made my first stop here because
Sure.
this is Trump.
Yep. That's well put. Yeah, I don't have a problem with it. I guess it's not a discuss and consider item, but I think as far as I'm concerned, we can move forward and, work with Aaron. Make
Yeah.
sure we go through what he needs.
Yep.
Okay. Thanks.
Forward.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Tim.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be seeing a lot of each other.
Yep.
So,
Thanks. All right. Any comments from commission members? Any other questions, comments, or concerns?
Nope, I'm speechless tonight.
Next two of us. Future agenda items. Anything, Aaron, or anybody else?
So at least one more CSM to review. We'll see how fast Tim moves, and
Okay.
maybe some other things that will come in.
All right.
Can I just ask one question?
Sure.
I probably could have did it under number 6, but, excuse me, number 7. Hold on, I'm looking at the wrong thing here. Number 6, why does the Village Planning Commission consider something that happens in the town of Sun Prairie?
Is it a mile and a half?
Mile
Beyond
and a
our
half
borders.
outside.
Yeah, we have the ETJ going north also.
Got it, okay.
Yeah.
More of a,
Just a way of us being able to protect and make sure that whatever is going up is
Yeah,
consistent
that's
with
what-
our.
So they kind of come here first because there's no point in going there if.
sure,
Yeah.
okay.
And isn't the city, like Madison's 3 miles?
Yep.
And we're a mile and a half.
And then if you overlap, you kind of split it in the middle. It's,
Yep.
gives you a headache. That's
Yep.
all it is.
And that's just for land divisions. It's not
Right.
zoning. We have no zoning.
Right.
Okay, thanks.
We could get that, but we just have never pursued it. It's a nightmare. Is that the case, Lee?
Well, it's been discussed as I'm getting to the point now where there are relatively few things that haven't come up at least once, and that did, and it was kind of the fiasco that, it's very difficult because you're really asking two jurisdictions. and you gotta decide who's gonna have the authority and the zoning, and didn't really go too far. But it's been discussed.
Okay. Anything else on future agenda items? If not,
Motion to adjourn.
thank you.
Second.
Motion and second to adjourn, non-debatable, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.